Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the video where I talk about my reading goals for 2017. It's going to be a very relaxed video, hence the tea, because I'm making a lot of changes in regards to my reading goals and just honestly just my reading in general for 2017. This is something that you know about me by now. I love making lists. I love planning, and I get a little too overexcited. I feel like I've been overcompensating with that a lot this past, probably for the last half of 2016. It's what I've been doing since I haven't been reading as often. I feel like if I plan it out and if I give myself goals to strive for, I'll do them. Turns out that has kind of backfired on me because I overwhelmed myself and I didn't end up doing any of them, which is why I decided to narrow down my 2017 reading goals down to 3. I had a list, but I am not necessarily going to just throw out the window. The things that were on that list that I'm not including in this video are things that I still want to try to do, like reading classics. That always gets included in my reading goals. I think that was easier to do for me when I was still in school because I did that just for like required reading in general, but since I've been out of school, I don't read as many classics as I used to. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily, but I do think that I have a lot of classics that I want to try and get through, you know, in my lifetime. So I better get a move on those. But again, those extra goals aren't really going to be goals that I'm going to focus on. They're things that I'm going to keep in the back of my mind, but if I do them, great. If I don't, that's awesome as well. I'm not going to pressure myself. I'm not going to stress myself out about them. The ones that I'm going to mention are the 3 ones that I picked as not necessarily the most important ones, but ones that I really want to try to focus on in particular. And the first one is my reading challenge. I did consider getting rid of it altogether, but that's just not gonna happen. That's just not who I am as a person. I need at least a little bit of structure. I need some sort of goal to work towards. So instead of sticking to my 50 books a year challenge, I decided to narrow it down to 17 books a year. One, because it's 2017. I like the sound of, you know, reading 17 books in 2017. I feel like it goes. It's keeping with the theme here. I think 17 is a really good number for me. I feel like that's definitely doable, and again, it'll give me some sort of number to strive for, but it's not going to be completely overwhelming as 50, which I know that's very doable for a lot of people. Like, I know I've seen so many challenges where like people have read like 100 or 150 books, and I'm just like, you keep doing you, but that's not something that I'm gonna do. I like the idea of being able to read like over 100 books a year, but I just don't think that's something I'm capable of. So I'm gonna stick to my 17. And let me know if you guys do reading challenges. I feel like I've seen a lot of people just give up on them altogether, particularly this year. Do you find them helpful, or do you find them more stressful and overwhelming sometimes? I'm interested in hearing you guys' thoughts about it, so let me know in the comment section down below. And then for goal number 2 is something that I had on my goal list for 2016 as well. I honestly sucked at it. Not that like 2016 was a particularly great reading year for me in general anyway. I really wanted to try to read more diversely. That's something that I really want to try to pay attention to more this upcoming 2017. So many great discussions have come about this year in 2016 about diversity, the importance of diversity in literature, particularly the importance of diversity in YA fantasy, or just fantasy in general. Because you guys know how I feel about this. I think that it's pretty fucking ridiculous that these amazing authors can make up entire new worlds, entire magic systems, and for some reason like having a person of color as a main character is like not even something that they can imagine. And of course some of these things aren't done on purpose. Like, I understand, like, this is a whole other discussion. It's something that's very important to me in particular because I do read primarily fantasy, and I really want to make an effort to find more fantasy that is written by or features, preferably if it's written by and features people of color. Okay, I'll mention this one because this is kind of an honorable mention because this is something that I really want to focus on, but I didn't want to make it a super strict rule for myself, because again, I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with goals for this year. But I do really want to try to read at least one book, at the very least one book a month, written by a Hispanic or Latin American author. It'll be great if I can find fantasy books that fit in that criteria, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys have any recommendations, as always, please feel free to send them my way. Diversity is something that's very important to me, and particularly with everything that happened this year, it's just really made me want to do better. And then my last goal is, this is something that I'm trying out for 2017. And we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a very experimental thing for me, because I really want to try to cut back on not necessarily how many books I buy, but because I haven't really been reading as much this year, the number of unread books on my shelf has gotten a little bit out of hand. I actually recently cataloged all of my books, and I realized that the number of unread books that I have in my collection has surpassed 100. So it's getting a little out of hand for me. In an effort to try to minimize that in 2017, I decided that I am only allowed to buy as many books as I read. So basically, if I read 2 books in a month, I am only allowed to buy 2 books for that month. If I read 10 books a month, I'm allowed to buy up to 10 books a month, but not necessarily 10. I could buy less than that. And I'm not allowed to like carry on over the remainder for like the next month, because I feel like that's definitely something that I would do to like justify it, and I don't want to do that. I really considered doing like some sort of book buying ban, but book buying bans don't work on me, so I feel like this will be a better option, hopefully. I mean, I really want to lower the number of unread books that I have on my TBR shelf, but if I can't lower it, then at the very least I don't want to make it worse. So that's gonna be my last goal. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. So that's it, guys. Those are my 3 main resolutions for 2017. I really hope you guys had a fantastic New Year's Eve. If you are going back to school soon, I wish you all the best of luck. And if you have any of your own resolutions or reading goals for 2017, feel free to share them with me down in the comment section down below. And that is going to be it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.